Hi there and welcome to my next video. I'm IceMan. You may know me from videos I've done before on a different game by Plarium, Raid Shadow Legends. Here we are doing a video on Mech Arena, and we're going to do a basic beginner's guide, give you some ideas of the game, tell you what it is, tell you how best to get started with it, all of that good stuff. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? What is Mech Arena? At its heart, it's basically a PvP showdown with various game modes, 2v2, control clash, which is kind of capture the flag type style stuff, and 5v5 tournaments, you name it, clans. There's so much going on in this game. It's a really good fun game. And let's start by saying, how do you get started? Well, I tell you what, a good start, and one that I got on this account, which is a fresh account for this video. Very little done on it. It's basically more or less just through the initial tutorial. And I got, as you can see, I've got this icon here for a pilot. We'll explain what pilots are in a minute, but basically they're the captains of your mechs, as it were, and they give you stats and allow you to put implants on, things like that. You can get some free ones and some good free weapons and stuff with a link I will put in this video for the link I used. It is not my link, it is somebody else's link from another video. I don't have my own link, so hence I can't put it, but I do want you to have the ability to get that good first start, so I'm going to put that there. Go watch their video, it's a good video too, by all means, but I do feel this one's a bit more in depth, which is why I've done it. And yeah, so anyway, if you follow that link, create an account on Plarium Play following the link, no issues, great, you're good to go. One thing I do want to cover is if you start on a mobile and you create an account on there, is you need to then create an account on Plarium Play to play on computer. I mean, you can use BlueStacks, other emulators, things like that. I'm personally not a big fan of that. I actually do prefer Plarium Play's Plarium's own launcher and stuff for that. I think the graphics are slightly better, the controls are slightly easier. It's a preference thing personally. So how do you do that? Anyway, you come up to this icon up here where you got your avatar, come down to the connection. I'm not going to go on there myself because obviously you'll see details and things. I'm already connected to a Plarium Play account, so I wouldn't be able to show you what you can do anyway. But effectively, you've got options like sign in with Facebook, sign in with Google, sign in with Plarium Play. Select the Plarium Play one, create an account, link it to the account you made on your well, do this on your mobile before you swap over to Plarium Play is what I would suggest. Create the account and then sign in with those same credentials on the Plarium app, and you're good to go. You're all signed in, you're ready to play. So that's the first thing. So at its core, what is Mech Arena? Well, obviously, like we said, it's a robot showdown with these big giant mechs, all different abilities and power levels and things like that. These are the two starting ones you basically get from going through the tutorial. As such, they're not really worth investing a lot of time or in-game currency into, but obviously they'll carry you through your first little portion of the game, and that's something to remember, and it's good. And that's really all I can say. Well, actually no, we'll show you them quickly. So this is what it looks like. You got your mech. Here's Paragon. He's literally starting mech. He has a special ability on PC. If you hit spacebar, on the phone it's slightly different, but I don't play on phone, so that's neither here nor there. He basically gets a little speed boost and can run a little faster for a little longer. Then you got Lancer here. He has a special ability that allows him to jump, which can be handy to get into some interesting spots and hide from people and take advantage of them thinking that all mechs are on one level, sort of thing. So he can be good, but I wouldn't take him long time again because he's just not that good. Next up, we are going to discuss the gear hub. So the gear hub, this is not how things used to be when the game started or when I first started playing, but this is what we have now, so this is what I'm going to discuss with you. This is where you obtain mechs and weapons, other than when you get them through the shop, which is obviously a totally different thing. If you buy them through the shop with real cash, you do unlock them in here, and when you get to the part where you need stars to be unlocked, they will count towards that. What do I mean by that? So basically we're on tier 2 already, as you can see, working towards tier 3. And as you can see, these mechs that I don't have, they're worth 2 stars each. 2 stars each, 2 stars each, 2 stars each. And effectively we need to get to 18 stars to unlock the next tier. Tier 1 is really easy to get through. Obviously there's only a couple of mechs on there. You have another tab here for weapons, so don't forget this as well. You don't unlock it just by doing the mechs, it's the mechs and weapons combined. Some can be bought for cash and stuff. I say cash, in-game credits, i.e. these in this corner and this corner. You buy these items, they'll unlock. You know what, we're going to do it just for the video, show you what we're on about. So we're at 3 stars at the moment. We buy this RPG 6. RPGs are really crap, they get out leveled very quickly, I will say. As you can see, that star level just went up, so that takes us a step closer to getting to tier 3. You can see things further on now. The weapons I was on about getting with that link are these Missile Rack 6s. I don't currently have them equipped because my mechs aren't strong enough to really wield them. But effectively, you can see all these weapons, it goes all the way up to tier 8. There's some really cool stuff on here. And basically, yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that. You've got your mechs, your weapons. You can only unlock what you're on a tier for or below. If you've not, I mean, like, you know, you can go back if you go, oh, actually, I should have bought this Gauss rifle or this long arm 8s. In fact, actually, that's not a bad option for any account. The long arm 8s, I will say. Again, easily overpowered quickly and stuff, but they're not a bad weapon early on for a cheap amount of money, so easy to get. Good option there. So you can go back a rank and unlock stuff that if you decide you want it or find it necessary, that's fine. Right, we're going to talk about tournaments. Tournaments, if I show you here, are currently locked because you need to reach Division 9 to even be able to do them. But once you unlock the tournament, they're kind of one of the best ways of getting A coins, which are the main hard currency to get in this game. These ones here in the top right. Those are very rare. Save them, don't squander them, don't spend them on silly things like stuff in the shop that you don't need. Really consider your purchases, maybe even look up some videos on what's worth spending on. Personally, I would say picking a good mech that you're happy with, that's solid. Somebody like Guardian, for instance, he's a good solid mech. It can take you a long way in the game, so investing in him is not a bad idea. Same with mechs like Panther, Surge. There's a whole bunch, and if you watch some guide videos, loads of people have their like top mechs and stuff like that, and even if they're not top mechs, they're still really good mechs out there. Save them for the ranking up part of this, which we're going to cover in a minute. So that's tournament, and it's basically a week-long thing that doesn't run on Mondays. It runs Tuesdays to Sundays. Each day you start in the lowest bracket. If you're high enough in the tournament, you move up to the next bracket for the next thing, and the rewards are increased, but obviously you're also against all the people who won and moved up with you, so it's a little bit harder than the previous week maybe. And you basically do that all through the week. You can get up to master level, which is where the top rewards are. How do you enter this tournament? Right, so that's what we're going to cover now. Effectively, if you come here to your daily missions, you get 3 tournament tickets a day from opening these, which basically means you've got to do all these missions to unlock this, or nearly all these missions, 7 objectives at least, and that will give you 3. If you come over here to the shop, you've also to your crates, you've got gold crates and you've got your steel crates. These 3 of these a day will also give you 3 tickets at the start of the day. And then also the other way to get them is these steel free crates. Get these as early on in the day as you can, and every 4 hours I believe it is, we'll see in a second, Now I'm not getting tickets because I've not unlocked the tournament yet, but once you've unlocked the tournament you do get the tickets. So you do this sort of thing, you open these up, right, that respawns in 4 hours, and then I'd be able to get a further couple more tickets. You can only store 12 tickets at a time. Any extras would go to waste and you'd disappear, so keep yourself below that. Think about it. There is a different form of ticket. You can buy gold tickets which do not disappear. You can have as many of them as you want, and yeah, so that's basically that. Next up we are going to cover leveling on weapons and on mechs. There's two parts to leveling. The first part is just this, the level, and there's 7 levels per thing for weapons and for mechs. Once you hit level 7, I don't think I've got anything there yet. No, he's level 1. Once you hit level 7, you then can rank up by spending A coins to take it to the next rank. Rank up means increasing these stars. It's the same for weapons and mechs. And if we go onto the mechs, you can actually see over here on stat growth, each mech is different. Some have a higher starting lower stats, others don't. At his maximum, this mech will have 16 energy. What is energy, I might hear you ask? We're going to cover that one too, don't worry, I'm not forgetting. So basically this is kind of the power and whatnot at each level, and the damage that these mechs can do with their abilities and things like that. The cooldowns don't tend to change, the jump distance, the speed, none of that really changes. HP does, energy capacity does, and this is the big one. This is the one that allows you to equip bigger and better weapons. So let's go look at the weapons. If you look at these weapons, each of these weapons has an energy symbol and a number next to it. That means that this weapon costs 2 energy. You have 2 arms, and the total between these 2 arms cannot exceed the maximum energy for your current mech. So at the moment this mech is 4. Now that means I could have 2 weapons as I have currently. I could have one arm with no weapon on and the other arm with a 4 weapon on, and you can mix and match it like that, so but you can't exceed the power level. You increase the power level by ranking up the mechs, as we just showed. Each rank comes with a new power level, allowing you to equip bigger, stronger weapons. Weapons are similar, not entirely. The ranking up doesn't, I don't even know why they have ranks in a way. I suppose it's just to get you to spend A coins, to be honest. But ranking up doesn't give you anything super special with weapons. Obviously it makes, as you're leveling up more and more and more, ranking up more and more on weapons, they do more damage. And that, as far as I can tell, is basically it. They don't unlock any special features, they don't suddenly get magically better at each rank or anything like that, other than simple stat growth and pure damage for that sort of thing. So that's it in a nutshell. You basically level weapons, then you rank up weapons. Same with mechs, you level them up to 7, then you rank them up. Don't again do this willy-nilly. There are events that come along. When you keep an eye out, you'll see there are certain events that say level up weapons or mechs, rank up level weapons or mechs. Will give you X amount of points and stuff. These playoff events, and they're usually quite good, and you can get some really good rewards. So to save your ranking up and leveling up for those is a good piece of advice. Next up, we're going to discuss pilots. You don't unlock pilots straight away unless, of course, you've got this upgrade, or you do, and you can buy them. As you can see, these early rare pilots, they're kind of naff. There's nothing special about them. I wouldn't invest too much into them if you can avoid it. But obviously earlier on they're the easy ones to get because they cost credits and not A coins, so they're much cheaper and easier to get. Essentially, if we look at any one of these pilots that we have, this pilot for instance is an assault damage pilot. What does that mean? Right, so that's something we didn't cover with the weapons. Each weapon has a class, which actually I will cover quickly now, just so we can show you. So if I can find it, there we go. Right, so if we go into the filter here, you can filter for unlocked, you can filter for attainable, level up ready, all these various stuff, different energy costs, which is great. And here are all the different weapon types. Obviously I don't have access to 3 of them at the moment, meaning I don't have any of those sort of weapons in my inventory. Assault are basically just that, damage weapons, assault weapons, straight up like machine gun type laser weapons and things, like this pulse cannon here or this thing here. You've got missiles, which again are kind of obvious, they just shoot out missiles. These are missile racks, your RPGs, things like that. Beams shoot out beams. Close quarter weapons are things like shotguns and arc weapons, which are really cool electrical weapons. They're a good one to get when you can. Sniper weapons are just what they sound like. They're long range weapons, shoot out single shots, some quicker or slower than others, but have more or less damage for that. That's a trade-off. Artillery, oh no, let's just go to guided first. So guided, we have things like disc launchers, which will lock on to a degree and travel to the target on a set path, which can be sort of curved and stuff. You've got these things here, these javelin launchers, which are kind of cool. Shoot up rockets and they'll arc over at a certain arc, so obviously you've got to be careful about what's overhead and think about what's in your path and stuff for your shots, but it does mean you can shoot people that are out of line of sight, which is really cool. Same with artillery. Artillery is a little bit different in that it's more, rather than being locked on, it's more of a shoot up a whole load of rockets in a spread in an area. They're not locked onto the target as such. They are initially sort of locked onto the target, but if he moves, once they've splashed down, they'll splash down in the same point the target was when you first locked onto him, which is different from the guided, which will try and follow the target so long as they're locked on. Barrage, I don't really have a lot of experience with these. I believe these are probably things like your grenade launchers and things. I've never used them yet myself. Heavy duty, we have things like Gatling machine gun type weapons, and these are the different types of weapons basically. Each pilot has a specialty for one of these weapons, i.e. this pilot here, Nova, she is a missile pilot. Again, you can filter these by the types, so you've got barrage, artillery, sniper beam, etc, etc. Your epic pilots, which are sort of purple here, are obviously much better than your rare pilots, and then at the top we have legendary pilots that are even better still. Your epic pilots cost you around 1,000 A coin. You can sometimes get them through events, or you can buy them in the shop, whichever you prefer to do. Legendary pilots, again, same deal, they cost even more. Each one, if you look at them, weapon damage for this guy, he's an assault one, but how to look at this is you do not need to put a type of damage on a mech. If you have a whole host of pilots, but you don't have the right damage type for that mech, or you're already using that damage type on a different mech, you can still stick any old pilot on it and it will increase the damage and the HP by this amount. It just will not get the extra bonus damage of assault weapon damage for not being matched up. The same with implants. You can put any implant on anything, on any pilot. The thing with implants is they do cost in-game currency and sometimes even A coins to remove, so do sort of plan ahead, and it is better to use implants that go with pilots preferably. But early on, if you've got not that many implants and stuff and you want certain implants to just be boosted and you still want this bonus HP and bonus damage, by all means put whatever on any pilot and you're good to go. So what's the deal with pilots? Pilots are again the same with mechs and weapons. They can be leveled. You level, the difference is with leveling a pilot, you level them by playing with that pilot attached to a mech. It doesn't just have to be in your hangar, it actually has to be played with as far as I'm aware. And once it hits level 7, you can then rank it up using these pilot marks here. Why is this important, you might ask? Well, if you look over here, this pilot does have a couple of implants keyed in, and you see this little one dot here. In fact, we'll go to the implants to show you. Yeah, so as you can see, basically these implants, once you put them in, can also be leveled up. However, the level can only go as high as the current pilot's level. So as you can see, or rank I should say, not level. As you can see, Nova here is rank 1, so this can only be at rank 1. If she was pushed up to rank 2, we'd then be able to use these upgrade pieces here, this tech here, implant parts. Oh, might as well take this forgot about that. On the shop bit, there's 2 free crates that you get. The 4-hour ones for the steel crates. If you go over to pilots, you get like an implant crate, and you get, I believe, one of those every 6 hours or something like that. You can also buy a few here if you've got the cash for it. Obviously I don't. You will get them over time. As we said, basically increase the pilot rank, you level them to 7, same as you do with the weapons and mechs, then you use the currency to increase them, at which point you can then increase each implant on it at a cost. And that's basically the gist of pilots, and how to upgrade them and how to put implants in. You can also scrap implants that you don't want, and they will give you some of this currency back. I'm not going to currently do that, show you, because we don't have them to waste at the moment. Obviously, as you can see, you can select a slot. Make sure you do select a slot. If it's only got one thing like this, I don't think it actually really costs anything to remove, so you can just remove it. But obviously we could click that, put that in there, and you would then get these bonuses. What sort of bonuses do you get, you might ask? Okay, so let's have a look. So this one is an auto cannon one, and it gives 2% damage. Obviously, as you increase the rank of these, they will actually increase the stat damage they do. Obviously these are rare implants, they're not very good. There are also epic implants and legendary implants, and obviously the legendary implants do a lot more at higher level than the epics and the rares, as it were, and each one goes up as you would expect. This one increases damage, this one increases auto cannon magazine size. That's obviously the amount of bullets that will come out before you have to reload. Other ones like this give you longer range, some of them give you a quicker reload time, some give cooldowns on mech special abilities, or some of them actually affect specific mech abilities. So obviously they should be paired with that mech. They're not going to do anything for a mech that doesn't have that ability. So that's your pilots. Really cool. It gives you another level of added fun and stuff. You can improve your mechs and a bit of playing around with what you can get and stuff. Next up, we will talk about daily login rewards. Daily login rewards are over here on this bit here. You should automatically get them when you log in anyway, so you shouldn't really need to worry about too much. If it's messed up though, you can always click on that, claim it yourself. As you can see, this mech has literally only logged in for 2 days, and after 7 days a 30-day calendar will come up and you will log in each day for that one. Over here you have your missions, or daily missions. These are your daily missions, and it's spawn so and so in X amount of battles, acquire blueprints, as you can see, and you get credits and XP for doing these. XP basically moves you up in ranks in the game and allows you to get more crates, more gold crates and stuff, and we're going to cover that in a second. We'll take all these, and you've got this gear hub thing which is tied into the gear hub, where you basically, but I wouldn't push to do it and spend unwisely just to do these. The rewards aren't that worth it, I personally don't feel. I mean, they're alright, but as you see here, it's like a heal up thing for MD, who isn't a mech I personally use much. As you can see, we got this derby event here going on to get the Arachnos mech, who's not a bad early mech. He does have a lot of energy, which is handy and allows you to equip some better weapons you might otherwise be able to do. We're going to discuss combat limit while we're at it. So basically your combat limit allows you to get rewards, silver and gold crates and XP, so much per day, which allows you to move up to divisions and whatnot. At the moment this is capped at 200. When you move up the ranks, divisions as it were, as you can see here, you can actually get more victory points, more crates. You also do get rewards for actually ranking up. When you rank up and claim this, it will clear your combat point limit, which gets used up. So as you play matches, you'll be using this up, and once it's gone, you can no longer get rewards like the. You can still work towards missions and things, and also achievements on mechs if you want to, but you won't be getting any more of these until this is cleared. Do not click on this and move up a rank when this is maxed out. I'd say play a few games, get it down, otherwise you're just kind of wasting a free clear. That's one piece of advice. Over here, if we look at achievements, you can see there's achievements for all the different mechs, and they also give some nice little rewards as you go along. Like, here you go, gold crate. You just click on that. We seem to have not quite gotten that the way we should have done, but okay, that's probably something to do with my internet, I'm guessing. So you've got your daily missions here, which are split up into the daily, pilot and weekly. The weekly ones give you 200 acorns, which is nice. If we go back to here, this is a different type of mission and event, and you get different events and missions going on. Well, sorry, different events. Each event has missions and things. Some you can do in a day or very easily, and they only last for a couple of days. Some last for weeks at a time. Things like this last for X amount of time. And you basically, each day, as you can see, a new day will open up for me in 8 hours on this, and then I'll unlock more missions here. Kill 6 mechs, I've done that one. Capture 3 points, I've done that one. And you basically move up this, collecting the rewards until you get to the final reward. On certain events, once you even collect the final reward, there's then also bigger rewards for people who place the highest in the competition. And you can still keep pushing and doing achievements to get those rewards. Let's say, right, so this is your friend section. You can join clans and things like that in this sort of area, I believe. Maybe not in this exact bit. Friends are very important to get in this game. When you played with people, you will see a recommendation here for people you played with recently. I'd say initially add a lot of people. You want some friends to play with. The reason being, some of these missions actually have things like win X amount of battles with friends. So obviously having a good friends list that are on similar times to you, that you can invite to join battles and hopefully win, will help you to complete these sorts of missions. So it's really important to build that friends list up really quickly if you can. Over here on the left we have the battle pass. There are 2 levels to the battle pass, silver and a gold. The silver is free, and you unlock by completing these objectives, which is like obviously like play X amount of battles, play X amount of battles. If you buy the gold pass, you get all these rewards, and that's basically the battle pass. It is a nice little addition. If you want to pay for it, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just your choice on whether or not you spend. This game can be played to a degree free to play, but it is definitely a lot easier early on. And one thing I will say is earlier on they will give you some really good deals on some mechs that later on would cost you a lot, like 3, 4, 5 times as amount in money. So let's show you what the actual game is quickly. We'll go into a battle, you'll see what it looks like, and then that will basically be the video. Actually, I will quickly log over to my other account to show you that and discuss one last thing.
Three, 2, 1, go. Let's get things started. We're losing the lead. Beacon captured. We have taken the lead.
So that's what I meant about hitting people that are out of sight. No, he's gone inside, so we can't get him. One of the modes we didn't discuss is free-for-all in tournament, which is basically what it sounds like. Everybody's out for themselves. Whoever gets the most kills wins, and the top 3 score. It's important to keep your weapon, manage your reloads and stuff. As I say, with the variety of different abilities that mechs have and stuff, it's a lot of fun. If you shoot a mech from behind, you'll do more damage than you will if you're shooting him in the face.
You have 2 minutes remaining.
As you can see, the point, I mean, if you've done the tutorial, you see, but the point on control clash is basically either kill all the mechs, which will win it for you, or reach 100.
Unstoppable. Well done.
Which you do by obviously holding these points for longer. So there you go, that's a battle. I was going to load in and show you my other free-to-play account, which became not free-to-play very quickly. The reason for this is very early on in the game, they started offering me some really great deals. We're talking mechs that I might have paid £30–40 for on my main account, and I was getting them offered to me for like £2–3. Obviously that's a hell of a deal and was very hard to pass up, and it's a good way of getting a really strong hanger with some really good mechs early on if you do want to spend a bit of money. Obviously you don't feel you have to, I'm not telling you have to spend in this game, but if you do want to, that's a good time to do it when they're offering you deals at that really low price. Do know that as you spend more money with them, they will start to jack the prices up on things, so there is a sort of sweet spot there where at the beginning they'll offer you some really great deals. It's a good time to buy some really nice high-powered weapons that otherwise you might not be able to get for a very long time, or would cost you an awful lot. Anyway, that's the video in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed it. If I've missed anything here, if there's anything that wasn't clear to you that you want to ask questions about, hit me up in the comment section and I'll get back to you and let you know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, bye.